Just like to touch on a few points regarding Emeek's video response. It was just a video where he had the YouTube video up, and then he was talking about it as I went, pausing it, etc. Where the guy was trying to run more than one video at a time in a game or something like that. I don't know exactly what he was proving, but a couple things regarding Windows 7 that you've talked about, Emeek. You say that it's some big deal that Windows 7 isn't going to be using less resources than Windows XP. And I don't think that's really relevant. I mean, I'm sure that Windows 7 is going to be using comparable resources to Windows XP. It might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, might be a decent margin more, 50 megs more, but that doesn't matter because hardware is evolving to the point where software is able to require more out of hardware. We're not in the same old days where 512 megs is a lot. You can go down to the store and get 4 gigs of RAM for about $50 at the most. Not at the most, but I mean, you can get 4 gigs of RAM for $50, average speed RAM. Moving on, it's very possible that Windows 7 could use about the same as Windows XP resources-wise. Here's why. They've rewritten the Explorer. So the Explorer has been clunky for a long time, and I don't like the way it is right now. It's kind of weird. I don't like it right now. It's not so much I don't like it as it could use a lot of improvement. I'm also assuming that they've rewritten parts of the core of Windows 7. I think parts of the core have been rewritten to make it kind of more compact, more stable, more simple, clean, more efficient. I knew there was something else. Maybe not. And I'll be showing you my screen here in just a minute. I'd like to quickly say that I don't really have a good screen recorder per se, and I'm open to any suggestions as far as good screen recorders for Vista, because I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm going to have to be using the camera to record the screen as of right now, because for purposes of me switching in between games and between movies, I don't know of a screen recorder that does that very well, at least into full screen games that are utilizing OpenGL or DirectX. It kind of wants to only record that, and then it doesn't want to go back to desktop. It's weird. But yeah, please suggest a good screen recorder. I would love to be able to do that from now on. Yeah, okay. Onto the screen. Alright, so trying to get a best shot here. Okay, this is my desktop. I'm just gonna bring up, this is your YouTube video here. Another just random iTunes, Outlook, my email, calendar, my Outlook email. I was working on editing this right now, actually. I've got 2 Explorer, 3, 4 Explorer windows, Photoshop. Let me open something for you quick here. Okay, this will work. Alright, PowerPoint, a Word document, CPU-Z, Skype, QuickTime, Ventrilo, Virtual Dub, a movie, another movie, and a game running at 200 FPS right now. This is max settings, full max settings, I think I'm running at like 1660 by 1440 right now or something around there. Maybe 1440 by 800, I don't know. Point is, it's not a big deal to run a couple movies. That's fish fry, really. Yeah, not much else to it. Just one more thing regarding your video. You stressed almost collectively, probably around 3 minutes, just bitching about his desktop and how it's so crammed full of stuff, and that's a user choice. It has absolutely zero to do with which operating system you use. Sure, Windows installers, when you try to install a program, it has an option to check a box if you want to put a desktop on your icon on your desktop. But I mean, it's no way. That's not the norm. You're taking an operating system that has 90% of the market share, and you're saying they have a larger volume of people with messy desktops, and that's obvious because it could be close to the same sample rate between like each one. Say like 50% of Windows desktop users have crappy desktops, and 50% of Mac users also have totally messy desktops. But still, 50% of 90% is a hell of a lot more than 50% of 10%, or whatever Mac market share is. I'm just giving you numbers. I'm not anything specific. And here's my desktop, just to prove to you. I didn't clean this up for you. I didn't clean this up for you at all. This is just how it is. It's got nothing except two folders and my recycle bin. And I keep all my apps down here in this nice little thing called taskbar. It's what it's used for. It's a one-click. It's nice. And all my open windows down there and the start button. It's simple, very simple. I'd just like to say real quick, before any of you guys say, oh, just another Windows user who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. No, actually, I built this PC right here. I actually sold my Mac Pro to build this PC because I wanted to switch. I used to be a PC user, then I went to Mac, then went to PC. Now I have both, and then I sold it and got a Mac PC. I keep switching around. Now I've got both, and I can tell you there's pros and cons to both. There is no real definite best. It all depends on what you're looking for. I don't want you guys to tell me he's never used a Mac, he doesn't know what it's like. Bullshit, man. I know probably more than the average Mac enthusiast about Macs. And I just, I'm not just some person speaking through his ass, as Koss would say. Make of it what you will. Again, any screen recorders, hit me up with those for Windows. Need a good one.